for real conversation around the block. Today, my special guest is Miss Sherette Wharton, the representing the business Eli's Foreign Cars Inc. How you doing, Miss Sherette? Did I pronounce your name right?
You pronounced my name right. Thank you very
man,
much.
wow.
And I'm doing good, and I'm very, very glad to be here. I'm not just saying that. I was pretty excited when you called and asked.
Thank you. So I like to start the show by allowing my guests to tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
About myself. Okay, well, let's
where you originally came from, how long you been here if you wasn't born here.
So originally from New Jersey. We moved here when I was a teen, and as soon as I could get out, I left. So I went to college out of state because I was like, I don't like it here. But keep in mind, that was a teenage mindset at the time. So I went off to college, did that, worked up north and all that for a while. I came down after Hurricane Andrew. So I came back in 93. My parents owned their own business, and it was a lot for the restoration of the property for the business and for their house going on at the same time all the time. So I came back to give them a hand, and then I ended up working for my dad full time at Eli's Foreign Cars.
So you left New Jersey. Is it because you didn't like the cold weather? You didn't like the atmosphere?
Well, no. My parents moved down because my dad wanted to get out of the cold. So they're from the Caribbean.
I know it had something to do with cold.
Yeah. So he's like, he's getting out of the cold, and a lot of other family moved down in the area. So I think they had a little conspiracy thing. They all live like a mile from each other.
All right.
And so he came down, started the business. We came down shortly after. And like I said, once I finished high school, I was like, I'm going north because this place too hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you left high school.
Yes.
To come straight to Miami?
No. I was down here as a middle schooler.
Okay.
Finished high school, middle school, high school, and went off to college in Pennsylvania.
Okay. So what was your college experience like?
Oh, gosh. Well, it was a lot of things. I majored in broadcast journalism. Yeah.
Okay.
Never worked a day in it. I minored in criminal sociology. Sort of worked in that, and ended up working for a New York City criminal justice agency for a few years, which I really I like that. I think that's kind of where I always wanted to go. Okay. And then, like I said, Hurricane Andrew hits, and I see that my parents, I'm up there, and they need help.
Yeah.
They needed help.
Where did they live? What area did they live around that time when Hurricane Andrew hit?
I think we're still South Miami Heights.
South Miami Heights.
Yeah. So they're over there. And then the business was, well, what are we now? We're Palmetto Bay now, but we were Perrine.
Okay.
So it was hit pretty bad.
So that area where you at now was called Palmetto Bay, was called Perrine at one time?
It was at Perrine, yes.
Oh, okay.
That was Perrine. So it's still Perrine.
Okay, but in your heart,
in my heart, you know, but yes, we're changing. So
your father started this business? Okay, how many years ago?
Over 40.
Over 40.
Yeah. So my mom and dad were the owners. But of course he was the one with the wrench.
Okay.
But yeah, over 40 years ago, he actually started in Cutler Ridge. He was there just for like a few months or a year. And then he found this property in Perrine, now Palmetto Bay.
Okay. So do he only, the shop, y'all only offer services to people with foreign cars only?
Well, the name does say that, but if you knew my dad, he's going to help anybody if he can help. Right. So that was his specialty area with Mercedes, BMWs, Volvos, all of that, which still is. But yeah, if somebody's got an issue that we can take care of, we got you.
So I noticed when I was younger, it was so easy to work on car engines because everything was right there. Very little things was like stuff. Now, like everything is like electronic. Like you dare not get under, especially a foreign car, if you don't have no experience in doing that.
If you don't have the experience and if you don't have the right equipment.
Right.
So that equipment is crucial.
It's crucial, right?
Because without it, you can't, in most cases, you can't even diagnose what the problem is. Yeah.
And I think his trade is different because like you don't see foreign car repair places everywhere. So you got to have that niche, right?
Yeah.
And the love for it to want to do it because they're not everywhere. It's not like you can just go down the street
and
get your car fixed someplace.
It's
you
true.
got to,
and he also was, you find a lot of specialty, like they do tires here, they do something else here, but our shop is everything.
Okay.
So it's engine, it's electrical, it's basically bumper to bumper.
So I'm interested to know a little bit about your dad because
Okay.
I want him to see this show, right? And I want him to know what interests you about him getting in this field of work.
Okay, so let me first say this. So my dad is going to see it from heaven because he passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you, but that's okay. He had a gas station actually in New Jersey, and I think, although I don't know how to fix a car.
He owned a gas station?
He owned a gas station, a Gulf gas station in New Jersey.
A Gulf gas station?
Yes, sir. He himself was an entrepreneur from he was 16. But he owned a gas station. I would hang around a lot. And he would tell me a lot that this is not for little girls to be in this kind of environment. But I just liked ringing up the customers. So I was always behind the counter. I was always counting the money. And he'd be like, okay, she like money too much.
That's what he said?
Yeah. And when he opens the business down here, because the location wasn't easy to access in New Jersey, we were next door. So here I couldn't go to the shop and hang out. But once...
So the shop was next to your house?
In New Jersey, the gas station, we were next door.
So it was accessible, easy for you.
Easy.
You just walk out your door and
then just right over there.
Okay.
Down here, it wasn't so accessible. I didn't hang out there as much. But when I came back to help them restore everything from Hurricane Andrew, and I ended up working there full time for 6 years, I like being around my dad. And I guess without knowing at the time, but looking back later, well, in order to get to know him or be around, I got to go where he is, and this is where he is.
Right.
So that was
his life.
That was
from
his life.
Sun up to sundown.
To sundown, yes. Yeah. So for real, and that's what put me through college. So how can you not, to me, come back and help your family? But he told me from the first day I was there, we used to get into our little things, but he's like, you think you're the boss. And then one day I heard him say that to Sidney, really? And I'm like, I'm not the boss. You think you're the boss. But he said to a customer one day, they asked him a question, something basic, when the car ready or something. And he said, I don't know, ask her, she's the boss.
She's the boss.
And then he just walked away.
Right.
And he said, no, she handles that stuff.
But he had to feel comfortable to tell them that, right?
Yeah.
That you knew what you had to say to them.
Yes.
To answer the question. So that's good. That was a compliment. I hope you accepted it that way.
I did. I was like, oh, okay. So, and then I guess I kind of just ran with it from there.
Okay. Yeah. So you say the business have been around for about 40 years. Okay. When people come there for repairs, what probably the major thing you see foreign cars come in that need to be fixed? Is it the transmission? Is it the brakes?
No, it's usually, well, I'll tell you what people usually neglect. They usually neglect basic service.
Like changing the oil, right?
Changing the oil. The brakes were giving them a little something, and then they kind of pushed it aside, letting it go. So anything obviously can go wrong in a vehicle. But what I've noticed from working with him and going forward, it's in my head to hear his voice say, just get your oil changed on a regular basis.
Telling you, right? The oil is the life of the car.
The life of the car. And
at least every 3 months or every 30,000 miles or something like that.
Get that done.
Yeah, you got to get that done. And it's not that expensive.
It's not.
You can pay now or you'll pay later.
Now, I have a story.
Okay, I want to hear.
Of paying later.
Okay.
So, I was not down here yet. I'm looking to buy a new car. My dad is giving me advice on what car to get. I did. I asked him, and I went a different route. So one thing he said is the vehicle I got, so I won't say the names, nothing wrong with it though, but they had a new model out. And he said, you never get the model the first year it comes out because there's going to be some
kinks that need to be worked out. Yeah. You wouldn't listen, right?
Oh, I want this car. So I got the car, and my job, my business, actually, I owned a real estate company, was right behind the dealership. And do you think I went and got my oil change? From the background I'm coming from, with the dealership right there.
You knew better.
I knew better. I drove that car, the signs are coming on what to do. And then one day a big round red light came on that said stop. I'm like, stop. Don't go no further. Yeah. I called the dealership. They said, ma'am, you need to pull over right away. I said, I'm 1 mile from you. Ma'am, you need to pull over right now. Well, the car did it for me. It started to decelerate. And 18-wheeler was all kinds of stuff going on. Thankfully, I'm still here, so nothing happened. But I blew the engine. And in order to fix it, it was over $7,000. And my dad said, let's ship the car down so he could fix it. And it actually turned out cheaper for him to fix it than for me to get it done up there.
Right. Even with the cost of shipping it down.
Even with the cost of shipping.
Yeah.
But that was a huge lesson.
Right.
Huge.
And think about it. Think about it. You knew better because your father was in that field of work.
Yes.
You know, it reminds me of the landscaper. Man, the yard man, he make everybody yard look so beautiful. But you go see his house, and you go see his yard, and you be like, "Come on, bro,
what's going on here?"
right. That put me in the mind of that.
That's what that was, and I couldn't even tell that situation for a while because how could you not take care of that? And my dad was just like, "I can't believe that."
He couldn't believe it, right?
Just to get the oil change.
What was the conversation like between you and him about that?
Well, thankfully, he did not do an I told you so.
Okay.
That was one thing.
Because he knew wasn't going to change.
That wasn't going to change. Yeah. He knew I learned the lesson. And he knew what it was going
to do to you, how it was going to make you feel, too.
So
because you suffered enough.
I suffered enough, so now I have no vehicle. Another part to that story, thank the Lord. My brother had just purchased a sidecar for himself because gas prices were really high and his truck was taking a lot of gas. So he got this little car the same day and then he let me have it. But I wanted my car back.
Right.
It took 2 trips back and forth to Miami to fix the car. And my father said, the car's never going to be right again.
Same. Yeah.
And it never was.
Yeah.
Never was. So again, lesson learned.
Right.
Get the oil change.
Right.
That's it.
That's the life
if you got to scrape all your pennies to get it done, get it done.
So how about we do this now and then we could do it at the end of the show so that we can at least get any information you want to get out now.
Okay.
So the time is going to go quickly.
Okay.
So if there's anything like you would like to share, like the address of the place or an email address or any social media or phone number, if anybody want to contact you or contact y'all.
Well, I'll share a few of them.
Okay.
So Eli's Farm Car is located in Palmetto Bay. Our address is 9790 Wayne Avenue in Palmetto Bay. We are 1 block east of US 1 near 184th Street.
Okay.
So we're pretty accessible.
Right.
Like I said before, we have been there for over 40 years. I have 2 contact numbers, so they can call me direct at 786-245-1221, and they can reach us at the office at 305-255-1141.
So you want to say those numbers again a little slower?
Yes, so okay, a little slower.
Okay.
So to reach me directly, Sherette Gordon, I can be reached at 786-245-1221. And they can also reach us at our main number in the office, which is 305-255-1141.
So let me ask you, do the building that y'all occupy now, is it room to grow anymore?
I think think so. The property has space to grow more, so I am looking to add on.
Okay.
What I'm really looking to do now, I shouldn't say looking to do, what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right. So I'm doing
Your
it.
words are powerful.
Yes, I'm doing it. So my dad had the auto repair part, but he also had a parts department.
Okay.
And he also was a licensed auto sales dealer.
Okay.
And so it worked for him because he knew parts, he knew cars, we were exporting, all of that.
So he fixed cars.
Yes.
He sold cars.
Yes.
And he purchased them to sell.
Well, the inventory. So we had
the inventory parts.
Yes.
To fix the cars.
Exactly. And he also
that's like a turnkey.
Like a turnkey.
Right.
So parts were either exported, parts were sold over the counter to other repair shops, and then sometimes they went into the vehicles we were fixing. Yeah. So I'm looking to bring back all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what complications you think you're going to have in doing that?
Oh, there's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's a lot.
Okay.
But I'm up for the challenge.
Okay.
You know, and if I can plug Nana.
Go ahead.
Please, yes.
Okay, plug Nana by all means.
By all means.
Okay.
The mom and pop grant. Oh gosh, I don't want to tear up over something like a grant.
Right.
I think sometimes, like I was listening to one of your previous shows and they were saying, some areas you in business for a year, you qualify 2 years. I want people to know, don't think of it just like, oh, it's for people whose businesses are just starting or something. You can be in business like we are for 40 years.
Yeah.
And because both of the owners, my parents, my mom and pop, got seriously ill at the same time. And that took a toll.
Okay.
The mom and pop grant, believe it or not, was like a lifeline.
Thank you.
And I know you're connected to Tools for Change as well.
Yes.
Those two things, literally a lifeline. When I'm telling you I got the check, we had a lift that needed repairs. You can't have a shop if you don't have your lift.
Right. Yeah, you need that lift.
I need that lift.
You can't fix no cars without that. The jack don't work anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Got
you need
the
to get right under that car.
Check in the bank, call the guy, fix the lift. So, and even with that,
One time banana and Tools for Change.
Those things, I mean, I can't tell you. The lift sitting there not working, the mechanic so what's going on with it? And then next thing I know, I got the funds to do it and just overnight a change.
Okay. Was you in District 8 or 9?
District 8.
So you may want to call the commissioner, Danielle Cohen-Higgins, and thank her for that.
Oh, right? Yes.
Because, Nana was just the conduit for it. Without the money, nothing could happen. So it's a blessing. And again, other businesses, the community needs to know that these funds are there, right? So there's businesses that don't know, but also I think it's important for the community to know how important it is, the funds are, because these businesses are small businesses. They really help to stabilize the community. And elected officials need to know how important it is. Yes, they do. Yeah. And continue the funding. I learned after my dad's passing, I knew he employed people, but after he passed, I found out that he employed over 30 people. So we're talking the impact of over 30 families. Right. Over that time. So it's larger than that, because you talk about the people who he bought the parts from. You talk about the cars he bought and sold, right? You talk about the people that worked at the shop, right? So you're talking about all those people, family benefiting from it. Yes. Right? And so it's a ripple effect, man. You have no idea. You couldn't imagine how many people benefited from your dad's shop. Good to hear you say that. I'm telling you. Yeah. There's no way. Because, it takes so many levels of contact to make one thing move. That's true. Right? I never looked at it like that. They got to get there. The person who brought the parts there had a job because your dad. I never thought of it like that. Really? I'm telling you. Yeah. And so when you say that, I think all of us who have businesses, we need to really pay attention how important what we're doing has widespread. Like you said, we're not going to know all. You'll never know. But just know that it's impacting many. The numbers are huge, I promise you. when you look at the 40 years too, man, you can't in no way you can estimate how many people.
How many?
It's just that many.
That many.
You know. So and I agree. Small businesses a lot of time they don't understand the significant role that they play.
Yeah.
You know, first just to get to where they are. And to stay in business is a challenge itself.
It is a challenge, yes.
And employing people.
And yes.
Like, and sometimes like they don't understand how powerful that is, man. Like when you can wake up in the morning and you go and you work for yourself.
Yes.
Right? You got the ability to go when you want to go, to leave when you want to leave. Like you set your own rules.
Yes. That's huge.
Amazing, man.
It is.
I'm telling you.
It's life-changing too, because the challenges that you face, I'll say that there's been a lot of challenges, but what I have learned and what I'm trying to appreciate is these challenges grow us. They grow us.
They do.
And we want to grow. And then if you're, you know, thinking, or at least I'm not thinking is what I'm looking for, but what I'm trying to do is make sure that the lessons I'm learning, that I'm trying to share them with other people so that they can grow as well and know that they can do it.
So it's this slogan I like to use, and I know coming up as a kid, you always learn to, whenever you make mistakes, to learn from them.
Yeah.
Right? But I want to go a little step further.
Okay.
Try to do your best not to make them. To learn from other people making them.
To learn, yes.
Because some mistakes you can't recover from.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I mean? So,
very true.
So it's going to happen. There's no way around it. But your job is try to limit it the best of your ability.
Yes.
Make as few mistakes as possible. Because some of them, it could be the last one.
That's true.
Some you can't recover from.
That is true.
Right?
And I think you're right. All businesses can take a lesson from people that have gone before them. In my case, it's other businesses, or even watching things that my dad did well and some things weren't so great. And okay, let me not go down that road because we already know how that
where it's going to lead you to, right?
Exactly.
You know, when I was younger, when we moved from Overtown to Liberty City, at that time, it was a lot of Black-owned businesses in Liberty City. Like, that's all you saw.
Right.
And to be honest with you, the business owners, they was of age, and they came up from the grind mode. They wasn't educated.
Yeah.
And they used the bags for their money. They used the
same here.
The box, right? They used all kind of stuff.
Yes.
To keep their money. And a lot of them didn't use cash registers. They counted in their head.
Yes.
And so, because most of them didn't finish school. And I watched how they put their children to college. And by the time the children go to college and get educated, they don't want to come back because they watch their parents struggle in that store, and the stores was hot, the shelves was half full, and they didn't understand was that it was like that because of them.
Yeah.
Because the sacrifice they made to put them through school. So you had a lot of them that didn't come back.
Right.
Right? That they went to college, they didn't like that type of life, but you had some that did come back, and they wasn't ready to help their parents move the business to the next level. And you had that small percentage that did, you know? And so the number one thing you're running a business is the first face that customer sees, because it's the customer service.
Yeah.
Right? They're never going to forget how that person treated them.
Right.
When they first came to your place for help.
That's true. That's very true. And customer service seems to be a thing these days that needs attention.
It does.
It needs attention.
So I'll tell you this story about one of my sons. So this was years ago. He was maybe about 13, 14. And we had a store 2 blocks away from our house. And my son said, man, Dad, why you always get in your car and go way down the street to the store and study the store around the corner? I say, because I don't like how the people around the corner treat me when I go in the store. So I thought about it all that night. So the next day when he came home, I said, get in the car, come with me. So we go to the store 2 blocks away. We walk in the store. The man on the phone, he ain't paying us no attention. We go get what we get. We come to the counter. He still ain't paying no attention. He put his hand out for the money. He still ain't saying nothing. He get the money. He go to the cash register. He put the money on the counter. And that was the transaction.
Wow.
And I didn't say nothing. So we go out the door. And then I take my son to the store that I go to, which is probably a mile away from our house.
Okay.
As soon as we walked in the door, the man say, hey, Mr. Jones, how you like that football game?
What a difference.
Your daughter was here yesterday. We got a sale on this. You been all right? That's your son? Yes, that's my son.
Big difference. Big difference.
So I want to leave you with this. When people are struggling, a lot of times they feel they have to take stuff off of people who they're doing business with. Right? They have to go closer. Right. Because they don't have a vehicle or the stuff, the prices are lower. So they figure that they have to take that. But when people is doing okay, they don't have to take that.
That's true.
They can go someplace and spend their money where people treat them with respect.
Yeah.
And you know what? And oftentimes when people treat you like you somebody, you don't care about the price. You don't think about it.
Yeah.
You don't think about it. So it's 25 cents more.
Right.
You don't think about it. Because you appreciate that service that you, and that's the type of dude I am.
Okay.
Like, I'm only spending my money with places where people treat me like they want my money.
That's true. Yeah.
You know? So
we work hard for our money.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
And
customer service is everything.
It's
everything. I promise you.
A hello makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
So where do you see Eli's Foreign Cars in the next 10 years?
Ooh, that's a great question. My hope and dream is to restore all of the areas that we had before.
Okay.
I learned after my dad's passing, my mom asked me, why do you want this to continue so badly? And what are you going to do with it? So I told her about the different areas. I said, but also I would like to partner with a local trade school because a lot of the students don't get actual hands-on experience.
Right. It's just in the classroom.
Just in the classroom. Yeah. And she said, well, your dad used to partner with Robert Morgan and students used to come. I had no idea.
Okay.
So I said, well, I also would like to be able to offer job opportunities to someone who was formerly incarcerated. And she said, oh, well, the jail used to bring a guy over here to work for your dad. I had no idea. Look at that. So when she said that, I said, okay, Lord, if I was thinking before I was not on the right track, it's confirmed now.
See that?
It's confirmed.
Look, your dad was a trailblazer.
Apparently so.
Right?
So I'm looking to literally do the same thing, just formalize it more. You talked about education. My dad didn't finish 6th grade, equivalent of 6th grade. So there were some structural things he probably could have used help on. I'm just taking what he did and I'm just building upon it.
So now think about when we talked about the impact your dad and your family business had. Now you're talking about the school, Robert Morgan, people get in touch by your father's business, learning a trade, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Then you talk about the jails.
Yes.
People incarcerated, getting some kind of skill from your dad. So that's why I'm telling you, like, the impact, you can never measure the impact. It's just that huge.
Just that huge.
Yeah.
Well, by God's grace, I can continue that.
You can.
Yeah.
And you know what? So we're going to do this. We're gonna let you shout out your family company again.
Okay.
Because who knows? It may be an investor might see this show and might call you and say, you know what? Let's talk. Maybe I might want to invest in what you're doing.
I got to call you right away. So I would love to remind people again, the name of the business is Eli's Foreign Car, and we are located at 9790 Wayne Avenue in Palmetto Bay, or Paride. We are open Monday to Saturday. You can reach me directly at 245-1221.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like always, I like to thank my guests for coming on this show.
Thank you.
That 30 minutes went very fast, right?
Yes, it did.
So
it was good.
It was good, right?
Yeah.
So I also always like to thank the owners of community newspaper, the Miller brothers. Thank them for this opportunity. Like, I had no idea that I would be doing a podcast show, that I'll be offered this opportunity. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful to be able to bring small businesses on this show at no cost and talk about their business.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm hoping that someone will see the show and have an interest in what you're doing.
Well,
I'm hoping it will get you some customers and maybe hopefully get you an investor, right? Since your dream is so big.
It is.
Right? So we out of time. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to Nana Talk, where voices unite and the community rise. Until next time, stay focused, stay encouraged, stay uplifted,